Houston, we have a problem.
We do have a problem. This week started off I like to say, shitstorm of the industry with the $30 figure being revealed. And there's a very good breaking news that is going on right now that actually shows that and the thoughts of us from the channel over here. But Hasbro is running something, and this is something that was brought to me by the chat, which was very interesting. If you have the opportunity to listen to an earnings call, and they're going to do their first quarter financial results call on April 24th. You should listen to it because myself and Chad and Rad and Dr. Brentley and all of our public out here that is actually watching these and purchasing these figures, we directly involved to what they're going on and doing. And so far, we've heard a little bit of displeasure with some of the stuff they're doing. So this is an opportunity to find out, one, their earnings, two is their plan for the future. And Chet, I'll let you explain it better because you so eloquently did that on action figure frequency.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're gonna be involved in an industry and you get upset or this is a time where you can sit down and I encourage anybody to do with anything that you're into. If you like Apple, if you like Microsoft, if you like Netflix, like whatever it is that you like. Specifically speaking, we're going to talk about Hasbro, Mattel. I do with Hasbro and Mattel. It's a way for you to understand the thinking of the company and what's going on. And sometimes there's insider talk. I mean, they have a board they have to answer to. So all of that information is public. So you get an idea of like how the industry is going to go, because regardless of what you want to admit about whether there's independent toy companies or anything like that, Mattel and Hasbro kind of push that. Even NECA, while they're a big player, they're still a private company. So we can't really pay attention to anything on that. But the reason why you listen to earnings calls is to get an understanding of like where things are going to go. And I know that we had originally talked about on action figure frequency, like how soon do we think we're going to see the $30 figure? And I made a comment on there, and then I listened to earnings calls, and I called up Storm, and I corrected myself, and I was like, that shit's coming a lot sooner than we think. And like I just really, it's important to have knowledge. Like knowledge is power, and you could walk around and say things, but if you have the knowledge behind why things are happening or where things are going to go, and especially if you invest in it, it puts a bit more weight into the discussion when you have it. So I think if you're passionate about something, whatever it is, whatever industry it is, if you can get some time to listen to the earnings calls, it'll be important. And that's why I think there's still discussion, but there's a high probability I might do a live stream of the earnings calls so that we can have it on the channel, can discuss it. I love the stock market. I think it's fantastic. So it's a little bit more relevant to me in terms of just like I have fun with it. So I think it'll be good. I don't know, something I've been playing with, the idea of like streaming that live. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it definitely should be. Like again, it's your earning dollars that's putting into companies. You might want to find out what the company has the plans for them, and it never hurts because I do think that they are a major corporation. They are held accountable and to a higher esteem. If you have any stock that's in that everything, you are decision making just like any other person on the board that owns stock. So it's a very good one. And Hasbro's been there's been a couple of acceptable things that they've been doing. And again, this week we just saw at the beginning of the week that there is a price increase, and a lot of people thought it was going to go to $27.99. We knew it was going to 30, and it was $29.99. But let's be honest, it's $30. It did jump, and then we had Big Bad Toy Store that came in around 34, and then we had, and this is the elephant of the room. If anybody out there has been looked at our opening, you notice that there was no Entertainment Earth. I'm not qualified to tell that. Rad handles most of the business. Rad, do you want to explain our decision as a company with Entertainment Earth?
Yeah, I think we've moved on, and we are actively sourcing another partnership that hopefully could provide better incentives for the fans and our listeners and our subscribers. And at the root of it all, um, not to say that like big corporate partnerships aren't important as things progress, but we've always been about the mom and the pops. We started this channel in supporting Toys versus Games, a local toy store in the California market. And I think we'll continue to seek those opportunities and any other maybe smaller scale websites and companies. And we made a lot of great connections at Toylanta last week, and we're excited to continue to see what the future holds. But I think again, we're trying to provide you with some great value, and if we can give back to the smaller companies and smaller sites, we definitely will. So more to come. Stay tuned. But we appreciate everything for EE, but we've moved on.
Okay. All right. Dr. Britley, your 2 cents, or actually at 99 cents.
Oh, yeah, no, it went up. It's it's an extra $2 if you want my opinion, apparently. So no, I mean there's no reason for them to be charging this extra fee on top of everything else. Like if it's shipping, that's a different thing. But this is straight up the cost of the figure is almost $10 extra, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.